Hello everybody and welcome into the SFA Season 20 College Football Playoff. We are now into the second round of the 2014 playoff. We just came off of an epic 16 versus 17 seed game. Tennessee versus Southern Miss down to the wire. It was an exceptional finish. Highlights of that will be available later along with the VOD. But we've got second round action in store for you guys. So a new batch of 8 teams, but 8 teams that are just coming off of a game. This is, I think, the first time outside of maybe a day where I did a semifinal, then the national championship same day, that a team has had to play twice in one day. So we'll see how these teams respond. And this is the last round of BearCave. So everybody, whoever wins this, is into a game day setting. After this round, there are 7 games remaining in the season. So we're flying through it. Super fun. Let's take a look at the bracket though while we're waiting for people to fill in. This was the results. We had 2 upsets seed-wise. Iowa was the favorite, but they did go on the road to Boise and win. And then Southern Miss shocked the world in Neyland after a John Wobbles fumble. But these batches of games are looking exceptional. There are so many games that are just clear toss-ups. I cannot wait. I do believe Van Lawford is healthy, Cam. But without further ado, we're going to go the opposite direction. So first round, we went from highest seed to lowest seed. Now we're going to go from lowest seeds to highest seeds. So that means Eastern Michigan is up first. So Coach Bob Toledo, let me know, kick or receive. And folks, are you trusting in EMU, or do you think Ohio State rolls them out of bed? I don't even know what I'm saying. Let's get her done. Ohio State just destroyed FAU. Winner of this goes on, what is that? That is the Peach Bowl. So, wondering, look at the overalls, folks. EMU has a good team. This is kind of a toss-up game. I have no idea what's going to happen in this one. Zach, I might have to resim FAU 1.8 trillion times. I don't think we have time today. All right, let me get all of my settings good. All right. Hey, Southern Miss has taken watch for us. We'll see FAU in Valhalla. All right, it's a little cold up here in Michigan. Not the Michigan Ohio State's normally used to having beef with. Bob Toledo, his first playoff game on the steel turf. Very interesting. Can they get it done? They won the MAC. Ohio Mania won the Sleepers Peepers New Orleans Bowl, so we'll have to see. Winner is headed to Atlanta. Ohio State, 7 total CFP appearances. First one here for EMU. What is going to happen in this one? Here we go. First quarter. And Eastern Michigan starts with a score, but Ohio State responds. Back and forth we go. First quarter, Ohio State takes the lead. Can EMU respond? They're down 2 scores. They get one back. Ohio State keeping it at 2 scores here as we head to the second half. Not all is lost for EMU. They have a chance. They just got to start putting the ball through the hoop. They're down 21. No. Does EMU have a miracle? They got one back. They got a fumble. Hold your horses, folks. And he threw an interception on the next play. Oh, no. And that is gonna do it. Wait. They're still playing well. I mean, it has to be a 1-score game for us to jump in here. Unfortunately, EMU's defense has fallen apart, And that will do it. Ohio State is headed back to the Peach Bowl. So Ohio State wins 2 games on the day. So we will get to see a full game day game for Ohio State. Yeah, great job from EMU this year, man. They, for years, have been choking. They finally put it, and they didn't, like, limp into the playoff as, like, a 20 seed. So Hayden goes 392, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Pennington only had 56 yards. Zinracer 95. Jackson had 122. Barcelona only had 2 catches for 6 yards. James LeGlaze, what are you doing? The aura of James LeGlaze, man. He was so good this year. Two sacks here for Kingsley Eggins. Yeah, EMU is a dark horse. They're going to be a good team for quite a few years to come. In Ohio State, Isaac Osborne, he is back. 336 and 5 scores. Houston had 162 and a score. Vert Rouge, the freshman, 88 yards. Nolan had 101 and 2. Jack Rabbit, SFA player. 3 TFLs for Nixon Pack. The sack for McCoy. 2 picks for Andy Jackson. 5 deflections. 2 forced fumbles. They recovered one of them. And that will do it. 49-28. So a splattering here on the steel turf. Valiant effort. So CPU could win it all, and I don't have to send him a trophy. $50-50 split on the channel points. All right. So let's open up our seating here. And next up, we're going to go Texas Tech and Army. Going for a banger game immediately. All right, Pizza, if you're here, let me know. Kick or receive. Fire Dogs, if you're here, let me know. Army in Texas. This one I could see going plenty of different directions. Oh, man. I'm just going by 8 seed, 7 seed, 6 seed, 5th seed, so you'll be the last game. I want to give Southern Miss a chance to catch their breath so that they can beat Florida State. Southern Miss is gonna get put in a wood chipper today. All right, don't see Pizza here. Oh, there he is. All right, I don't see Fire Dogs, so Pizza, let me know, kick or receive. Edson kick, okay. Do you want a special jersey, Mr. Pizza? I'll give him like a second or two. Winner heads to the Cotton Bowl. Yep, Cotton Bowl. All right, here we go. Texas Tech and Army, the best defense in the nation against the Picklemen. Surely nothing goes wrong. Surely. Just hoping for a good game here in Lubbock. Winner gets a game day game against Nebraska or Georgia Tech. Fire Dogs versus Pizza. First time Texas Tech has been in the playoffs since Season 2 when they won the national championship. It was a 6-team playoff back then. And Army wants the ball. They're going to score. Okay, Fire Dogs getting aggressive. Here we go. And they don't do anything with it. I'm expecting a pretty low-scoring game. 7-7 after 1. Texas Tech has 10 points. They're playing well so far. Army takes the lead, though, at the break. Army up 11! Oh, man! The Black Knights have come to play! On the road. 28-17. We head to the fourth quarter. Can Pizza bring it back? 31! Can Pizza bring it back? It's a fumble! Pickleman fumbled! Up by 14. Does Pickleman have a miracle? Another fumble! Army! Army's gonna get a game day game! Not like this! Not like this! Oh, another one! A dome shot on the pickle! Can they get anything? It's over. It's over. And just like that, the 10-seed Army is headed. So none of the teams with a bye have won yet. None of the teams with a bye have won yet. 2 games in, the 9 and the 10 seed take down the 7 and the 8. Unbelievable. Our worst case scenario, Pizza, that we all have been thinking about has come to fruition. So maybe playing an opening round game gets you kind of warmed up here. So Army is going to get a game day setting game. Pickleman goes 363, 2 scores. 63 yards on the ground for Pickleman. Bierman had 37. Paul Burton had a great day, 168. 3 TFLs for Kramer. No sacks. 3 deflections. Forced fumble for Terry Foster. And for Army, you got Kerr. This time he put up a good stat line. 251, 3 scores. Gable Glazer, SFA player, at 72. Givens had 112. Oh, man. Army going the distance here. 3 TFLs for Santonio Howmiller. A sack. His defense wins championships, according to some people. 3 fumbles. They recovered 2 of them. And that will do it. So 2 upsets to start the second round here. This is like the first season of the 12-team playoffs where all the teams that were on a bye got splattered. So tough pill to swallow for the Red Raiders. Yeah, this new format has been a lot of fun so far. All right, next up, the 6-seed Pittsburgh taking on Arkansas. Coach Keat, let me know. Heads or tails, kick or receive. Arkansas, of course, a national championship favorite, but they're very volatile. Are they going to take down the Pitt Panthers and Coach Mills? White out here for Arkansas. I can easily see Pitt win this game. Pitt is a very, very good team. Their only losses this year are to Notre Dame and Penn State, who are both still in the field. So we'll see. Can Mills save Christmas here? Going to be a fun one. Winner is going, is this the, what route is this? This is the Sugar Bowl. So Army's in the Cotton Bowl, Ohio State, and now either Pitt or Arkansas. Let's jump on in. I love these BearCave style games. Forcing yourself to win a BearCave game to win a national championship just makes too much sense. So we got number 1 offense. Pitt not really lighting up the scoreboard in any categories. Let's see what happens. Here we go. Jaguar McKnight against the Omahogs. Tailsing kick here for Coach Keat. First quarter, second round action here in Pitt. Arkansas starts out the scoring. Arkansas up 14. Arkansas up 21. Arkansas, we've got splatter. 31-0 in the first half. Mills is getting shit on. 41. They finally score. Mills, what is happening, buddy? 41-14, but the game is so over. The Omahogs are headed to the sugar. Another team on a bye. Another team taking an L. Arkansas moves on, the 11th seed. I mean, this has been the year that the top teams have continuously just fallen over themselves. Is that happening in the CFP so far? 48-21, Danny Omaha, 355, 3 touchdowns here for Danny. Dier Rado, 3 touchdowns, 179. Griffin had 127 in 3 scores. Harvey O'Dreary, 8 tackles, 2 TFLs here, 2 sacks for O'Dreary. No picks, 4 deflections. They had 3 fumbles. And for Pittsburgh, not the day they wanted. Requise Moxie, 294 and 2 scores. Bird had 106 in a score. Colt Harrison, 81 and 2 scores. Bernard Davis, 13 tackles. A lot of different TFLs. Van Allen had the sack. Some deflections. No forced fumbles. I mean, so far we've had the American champ, Eastern Michigan, and Texas Tech. I think really the only big upset was Army, because they're an 81 overall. All right, Arkansas takes the cake. And I'm scared now for Fresno State. Conrad Gatterbum, potentially his last career game in the SFA, has to take on Coach Dave in Penn State. Where are they? All right, so Coach Dave, if you're here, let me know heads or tails, kick or receive. Gatterbum versus the Nittany Lions. Who do you got? Yep, will we get Gatter God or Gatter Bum? Gonna be an interesting one here. Boise State lost to a Big Ten team. Will Fresno do the same? Winner heads to the Fiesta Bowl. So Penn State gets to stay on the West Coast after this win, if they do win it. All right, let's jump on in. Does Penn State, their first playoff since season 6? Can Penn State go to the quarterfinal and get a game day game where we get to see more Thad Russell? A quarterback legend's career does end here. Will it be Gatterbum or Thad Russell? Here we go. Sunny California Bulldog Stadium, the 5 versus the 12. Heads and kick per usual. Does Fresno State have a miracle in them? They have one loss on the season. I think it was to like UNLV or somebody. No score yet. Fresno gets a field goal to start us out. Penn State not looking that good here. 3-3 early. And Penn State, 3 points in the first half. Fresno looking good. 10-10. Penn State takes the lead here. Oh, we got a good one brewing. We've got a good one brewing. We're going to one run at a time. Fresno has the rock. Can Conrad Gatterbum save Christmas? Touchdown Fresno to Barnes. Remember, Fresno lost a lot of key players as well. So now Penn State has to respond here. Road McKnight, 4th and 12, and they are punting. So can they get the ball back here? Remember, we can't jump in till that 2-minute mark. Here we go. 2nd and 14, 3rd and 14, 4th and 4. And that is where we're jumping in. At the 45, Penn State. I just realized Fresno State missed the extra point. So a touchdown here for Penn State would probably give them a win. The snap for Thad Russell. He yams it. Intercepted! It's going the other way! The SFA player tailing Crowley. So Fresno now can run out the clock. The number 5 seed. Is Fresno going to the Fiesta? Conrad Gatterbum. They're just running the clock as much as they can. It's looking like Fresno will get one more chance here. Handoff breaks and oh no, he didn't. Big time tackle. So now Penn State will get their chance. That was Koala Cruz saving Christmas. It was one-on-one with the fatty in the hole, and the Dolores legend gets it done. So 23-17. Penn State, no timeouts. They need a touchdown. Thad Russell, Road McKnight, Eduardo Gladney. And they're running flexbone. What is this? Dumps it off, hits Road McKnight. That'll be a first down. Yeah, he's having a great day. So they're going to hurry it up now. 200 yards for Thad. Plenty of time. Dumps it off again. They're just going to farm the slant with Road McKnight. They're going to do it again. The Road McKnight's slant. All right, they do it the other way in a drop here. So it'll give Fresno State a chance to reset a little bit. Second and 10, a minute 12 on the clock. Can Fresno save Christmas? Thad Russell yams it right side, and it's almost intercepted. Undercut by the safety. Remember, no longer Amani Shelton. He transferred to Florida State. 3rd and 10, split backs. The snap for Thad. He steps up. He yams left side. It's caught by J.H. Schmidt. John Jacobs, Jakelheimer Schmidt. The drive continues. They're inside the 40. Thad Russell yams it right side, and he overthrew him. Had a step. "39 yards away. A touchdown to go to the Fiesta." Thad has time over the middle. Hits his man. He has a seam. Inside the 10. It's Al Martin. Here come the Nittany Lions. They split the safeties. Coach Dave has his chance. Down by 6. What is the call? The snap. It's Thad Russell. He steps up and throws it into the dirt. Clipped his arm on his offensive lineman. Third and goal. Thad Russell, the snap. Steps up to the boundary. Caught and dropped. It all comes down to this. Game on the line. 2nd round to go to the Fiesta Bowl. The snap. Thad Russell dumps it off. Road McKnight falls. Oh my God! He powers through 2 defenders. Touchdown, Penn State. The backup running back takes it himself. Gatterbum can't believe it. Gatterdam now has 35 seconds. Legacy drive for Conrad Gatterdam. His entire career has been built on disappointment. Is he gonna fall short yet again? Gatterdam legacy drive. All they need is a field goal. Empty set. Conrad Gatterbum floats it. Caught. 1st down. Nice start to the drive. They got hurried up. Save those timeouts. What a comeback for Penn State. Inside 30 seconds now. Conrad Gatterbum, and he breaks the sack. He yams it deep and caught. We're in yam range. Do you believe in miracles? 20 seconds. Gatterbum throws it to the boundary. That could have been it. From the 50, a field goal wins it. They may have to go for the touchdown. Fresno State, Gatterbum. No, it's Dondrea Hummer. The SFA player around the edge. 11 seconds. Motion. Gatterbum dumps that off. He's destroyed by Koala Cruz. 4th and 13. Do you go for the end zone? Fiesta Bowl on the line. He has to evade Koala. He goes down. And that's gonna do it. Penn State's moving on. Another team on a bye doesn't win. Koala Cruz. What a way to end this game. Penn State and Coach Dave move on. So we got to decide game of the tournament. Right now it's either Southern Miss and Tennessee or Penn State, Fresno State. What a way to win. Penn State's dreams live on here. They lost the Big Ten championship. They had to play 2 games, and they won both of them. Koala Cruz with the game winner. And Conrad Gatterbum's career fizzles out like it was always supposed to. Thad Russell transferred from Auburn after injury problems. Trying to get this Penn State team. And Penn State's going to be a tough team to beat. So we have half of the game day style quarterfinals set. Not a single team 5 through 12 has won yet. Not a single team. So Penn State with the upset. Arkansas, Army, and Ohio State move on. How will our top 4 seeds play? I cannot not believe it. So I guess playing in the opening round is an advantage in these BearCave games. So we have 3 10-plus seeds. 3 double-digit seeds so far. Will more be joining them? Cannot believe Road McKnight went over 2 defenders. Yeah, it doesn't actually matter. It's just interesting that it's shaken out this way. So Thad Russell, 269, 2 touchdowns and a pick. Road McKnight, man, he is having one heck of a playoff. He led the way receiving as well. He had the return in the first game. And Koala Cruz, man, made the big play on the 3rd down and then got the sack on 4th down. D'Andrea Hummer had 2 sacks. 4 deflections. Incredible. And for Conrad Gatterbum, 258, 3 touchdowns is how he goes out. David Williams had 113. Samuel Barnes, 133. And once again, another team loses on an extra point miss. NC State did that as well. Forced fumble for Carnell Cannell. Yeah. I mean, Fresno wasn't supposed to be here this year. They kind of got gutted because they lost most of their players. Dude, that 4th down was so funny. Gatterdam saw Koala Cruz and immediately ran backwards. He's like, no, fuck no. I don't want to get hit by him. All right, so now we move on to a game I have no idea what's going to happen in. Normally, I kind of have at least a vibe of what's going to happen. I do not hear. Iowa and Notre Dame. Jarkus versus Yui. Yui, if you're here, let me know. Jarkus, if you're here, let me know. So, Iowa at Notre Dame. Winner faces Penn State, so we'll get a chance to get our first matchup here. Is it going to be a Big Ten game, or will it be an independent versus a Big Ten game. Let's get on into it. Will we see a road team actually lose? Notre Dame was in the national championship last year. Can they do it again? Oh, I didn't mean to do that, sorry. I was wondering what that button did. I was trying to do the prediction. I was trying to do the prediction. I clicked a button and I was like, oh, nothing happened. I'm safe. And then I looked in the chat. My fault. I don't think I've ever done that before. Well, now I know how. All right, here we go. Rico Giraldo back from injury. This is the only reason they lost to Army. Can we get a second independent team into the quarterfinal? Bang! All right, Zach, now I can put in sub-only mode. Thank you, Dogwater. All right, here we go. I don't see Jarkus, so heads and kick. Notre Dame, Iowa. Who is going to the Fiesta Bowl to face Penn State? 4 versus 20 matchup. Notre Dame misses an extra point. Everybody's missing extra points today. 9-0 start for Notre Dame. Iowa gets a field goal. They got to have Dash Dixie really step up here. Great start for Notre Dame in the first half. Is this one of those games Iowa just falls apart at the seams? It's looking like it. Notre Dame having a blast here. Not looking good. It's a splatter. Down goes Iowa. What a game for Huey. All right, hold on. They're scoring, folks. 36-24. And they score again. That should do it. So 43-24, Notre Dame arrives to the party. Our first bye team to get a win. Disgusting game here. So Notre Dame might be good for the second year in a row. Are we feeling a Notre Dame Army rematch in the Natty? So Iowa, nice try. Miguel Eller, 20 of 32, 264, 3 scores. Dash Dixie only had 65 yards in this game. That is the reason. Johnny Pippen at 82. A lot of guys at 10-plus tackles. 3 TFLs for McClendon. 3 total sacks, no picks. Some deflections. Forced fumble for Thaxton Gearhart, but nothing else. And for Notre Dame, 20 of 30, 237, 2 scores for Rico Giraldo. Micah Manners had 166 and 2 scores. Will Slaughter, 8 tackles. 1 sack for Goudry. No interceptions. 4 deflections. The fumble for Rambo Edges. And 43-24. So Notre Dame, Penn State in the Fiesta. What a matchup. That will be a game day style game, of course. Gotta get my players of the game here. All SFA players on this one. All right, one first up matchup is set. Penn State, Notre Dame. All right, now we get to see who faces Arkansas in the Sugar. Will it be Coach Wind in Stanford, or will it be Illinois and the Beanie Babies? A lot of people like the Beanie Babies. Wind, if you're here, let me know heads or tails, kick or receive. Cam, if you want a special jersey, let me know. Winner faces Arkansas in the Sugar. Let me get my prediction out. Orange hat, blue shirt, and orange pant. All right, we'll go on board with Coach Wind. Here we go, folks. They just barely edged out NC State. Can they do it to the Beanie Babies? Or will the Heisman Trophy winner, Malik Phillips, run all over him? This might be the best running back matchup we see this season. Malik Phillips and DeQuinton Sims. Who is going to the Sugar? Stanford and Illinois. 3 games left in this round. Champaign, Illinois, home of the Beanie Babies. The house built by Scotty Bean. They start with a touchdown. Can Stanford respond? 14-3, not looking good. Stanford gets one back, 21-10. They score, huge score there. Illinois adds one before the break. Defense not looking good for Stanford so far, but they're hanging in there offensively, which is normally their problem. In 28-7, come on. Fourth quarter, it's a 1-point game, and Stanford takes the lead. They do not get the 2-point conversion. We're going one play at a time. Van Lawford. 10-yard penalty on the offense. It's 4th down. They have to punt it. Here comes Stanford. They get a 1st down. Sims. And they score! Stanford to Harrison Gray. It's a 12-point game. The Beanie Babies are on the ropes. And they turn it over again. Oh, no! Stanford making a play. 47! What is with the offenses in this playoff? The Beanie Babies get smoked at home. Welcome to the 24-team era, folks. One of the best teams in the country all season loses on a BearCave game. Look at this second quarter. My God. Insanity. Stanford, I had you losing in the first round. I don't know ball, apparently. A lot of people loved Illinois. Cam, it's okay. You can blame Miss TC. Corey Light, 365, 3 touchdowns. DeQuinton Sims had another 200-yard game. Ugo had 2 TFLs, 2 sacks, deflection, 3 deflections, no forced fumbles. And the road ends here for Illinois. Van Lawford had a good game. 391, 4 touchdowns. Oh, man, they stopped the run. Malik Phillips, the Heisman Trophy winner. Invisible when it mattered most. He did have a touchdown through the air, so not a terrible day. So TFL's 2 for Rankins. The 1 sack for Dishes. I thought Illinois was going to go far in this game. I feel so bad for Illinois. But of course, guys, we have to give Wind his Make-A-Wish run. Don't worry. I don't think wins here. I wish he would have heard that. The Make-A-Wish run continues. I'm not going to update the BearCave standings, but I'll give like a... I don't know. I'll have to look at it. Just depends on time. All right, 2 games left. So far through 6, only 1 team on a bye has actually won the game. Who is it going to be? Nebraska? Is Nebraska going to be one of the teams that sneaks through? Mike, if you're here, let me know. Heads or tails, kick or receive. Let me pay this one out. Stanford wins it. Jeez, 30K Bobanos. My God, that was a lot of money on the line on that one. Make sure to DM me the raffle ticket, Dogwater. So if we would, just while we wait a second, look in here. We've had Notre Dame get through as the top seed. Penn State won. Arkansas won. Stanford won. So we're going to have at least one double-digit seed in the semifinals. Army was probably the biggest upset we've seen. What a crazy round this second round has been. Forcing all these teams to win in a BearCave style. All right, we'll go on board with Georgia Tech. Here we go. Can Nuke Jennings save Christmas? 2 massive games left. Winner faces Army, so I feel like Army's a winnable game, especially in a game day setting. We'll see. They do have a really good defense, but the winner of this game has to feel good about their chances to get to the Rose Bowl. Georgia Tech, Nebraska. We're going to see another team win in the second round. Now, I know Mike wants his receive, so. Here we go. First quarter. Nebraska starts with a score. Georgia Tech not looking good. Tevin Crumpler's got to figure it out, bud. Come on, boy. Now, we know Georgia Tech is historically a BearCave dominant team who sucks on game day styles. But Nebraska's up 21 here at halftime. Hold the phone. The number 2 seed coming to play today. Georgia Tech, is their season over? 35! Splatter here for Nebraska. They get it done at Memorial, and Nebraska moves on to face Army. The corn continues. What a weird set of results in this second round. I don't think there's a perfect bracket out there. There's no way there's a perfect bracket. I'll check to see if there's a perfect bracket for sure. There's no way, though. Zach Ball, baby. So Tevin Crumpler, the road ends here. 21-43, 252, a score. Tevin Crumpler, 59 yards and a score. Kenji Agnew, 5 TFLs. He had a big day. 2 sacks. Deflection for Willie Lover. The defense just couldn't hold for Georgia Tech today. Nuke Jennings, 326 and 3 touchdowns. We got Derek White, 84 yards. Dakota Jumping Bull, 90 yards. Bernard Douglas, 120. That was weird. Let me see my blocking again, okay. Rick Harrison, 7 tackles. 2 TFLs here. 2 sacks, 1 for Krotz. The pick for Kendrick Holt. 2 deflections. And the fumble for Tim Crabe. But man, Zach gotta be feeling good. Army in the crosshairs after you just let up 14 to the best triple option team in the country. And Georgia Tech was ranked the number 2 defense, so Nebraska is going to go through the number 2 and then the number 1 defense back-to-back if he wins that game. All right, folks, 1 game left here in the first round. Please, this would be the best upset of all time. Southern Miss, Blue Square Gods, give us this game. Please. I'm on my knees. All right, who is going to pick Southern Miss? They just shocked the world in Neyland in a snowstorm. Now they got to go down to Tallahassee. Jackie Moon, let me know, kick or receive. But see, it's a BearCave game, so Southern Miss has way more of a chance here. Please, Mike Smith, give us this game. All right, here we go. The number 1 team in the nation, defending national champs. They're given season 14 or season 15 Oklahoma. Or was that season 13? I don't remember. But goddamn, this is a good team. 2 top 10 defenses here. Here we go. It's raining. It's pouring. The old man is snoring. Come on, Southern Miss, please. Please, it would be amazing. Now, right now, the lowest seed remaining is Stanford, the 14 seed. They knocked off Illinois and will face Arkansas. Isn't that crazy? Nebraska, Army, Stanford, or Arkansas will be in the national championship. Southern Miss, all of the normal heavy hitters are on the left side of the bracket. Your Notre Dame, your Florida State, your Ohio State. Here we go. Doak Campbell. Can Southern Miss save Christmas? I'm anticipating a splatter here. They stopped him for 3 points. 10-0 start. 17-0. Stop the bleeding. It's 24-0 in the first quarter. 31. Gee, Southern Miss not like this. 41-0 in the first quarter. Can Southern Miss get a score? They do. So Florida State is going to be facing Ohio State here. 48-14, 51 for Florida State. 58 is the final. So we ended up having 3 of the 8 bye teams win their games. Jeez Louise. An absolute splattering here. It was a nice Cinderella run for Southern Miss, but all Cinderellas run out eventually. 267, 2 scores for Ben Brothers. Clark Vivek, 181, 3 scores. Cody Webb, 103. 3 TFLs for Massey. 3 sacks. 2 picks. 2 deflections. The fumble for Stetson McPeters. And for Southern Miss, Mike Smith, 20 of 34, 256 and a score. They just couldn't run the ball at all. That is just egregiously bad. Nobody could get anything going. 100 yards for Ryan Smith. Two TFLs there, no sacks, no interceptions, 2 deflections. All right, so that will do it for the first round, or the second round of the CFP. I will post the game results and post an updated bracket. Games are going to keep going tomorrow morning. We should get our first game day style game. Schedule will be released once the coaches let me know which time frames work best for them. But yeah, folks, we move on. 7 games left in the season, and I think the first 2 rounds, this was a massive success because the blowouts we can just go past, and we had some great moments. We only jumped into, I think, 4 of 16 games. But I think it was still very, very fun. So that will do it. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.